Welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is the review show for Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, and NXT on August 27th, 28th, and 29th. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right knows who killed famous dick wrestler Joey Ryan, Joe Nudo.
This is our Monday Night Raw review. Film on the day of Halloween, so we're going to wrap this up pretty quick.
Yes.
We kick Raw off with It's the Big Dog.
Yeah.
That's what it kicked off.
Yeah, Roman Reigns opened up the show. I kind of forget what he said, but I believe Strowman came out and pretty much set up a tag match that happened in the main event with Dolph and Drew. I remember just being their typical opening promo just after the main event.
Mind you missed the main point of the whole promo. The main event for Hell in a Cell.
Oh, and that, yes. Strowman will be cashing his briefcase at Hell in a Cell.
Right. That was the main point.
Yeah. That is a big announcement. But yeah, it's your typical opening promo for Raw for me.
Yeah, it was solid with segment with Roman and Braun, then they got muddled. After that, Constable Fuckface beat Finn Balor.
They just love putting Baron Corbin in opening matches that go at least 10 minutes on Raw.
11:55 for this one, yeah.
Yeah. They go at least 10 minutes. Recently, they've been going 20. This one's definitely on the shorter end, but they just love throwing him in the opening matches on Raw. Apparently, we're not going to get less Baron Corbin match time since he's going to be the interim Raw general manager. The match is okay. It kind of did sort of make sense. They didn't necessarily take all of Finn's credibility that he got by being the Demon coming out and squashing Corbin in a minute. They at least had Corbin use a weapon and then use his power to change the type of match it is, where he turned into a no DQ match. Ended up hitting with a chair a couple times, then hitting him with the end of days. The ending I thought made sense, but I'm not necessarily a big fan of them continuing that story. So for the time being, it's okay, but it could be much. But it's probably going to be much worse.
It was okay thanks to Finn and Constable Fuckface. But
Constable Fuckface?
Yes.
You like calling him Constable Fuckface, don't you?
Oh, I forgot his name. Yeah, Fuckface, right? He's already another cliched, evil heel authority figure.
Yes.
And Finn continues to be wasted. Up next, Sasha Banks defeated Dana Brooke.
Yes, sort of a throwaway match for Sasha Banks. Oddly, Sasha was put in a match where Dana had more of the story than she did. Yeah, the continuing, I'm guessing it's going to lead up to Players Worldwide splitting up. I'm not sure if that's good for either of any of the three. And Sasha picks up a win that we knew she didn't need. So.
Well, it's the opposite. I thought Sasha needed a win somewhere. She needed a much needed win. She's on the losing end for a few weeks now.
Okay, she may have needed the win, but I think the point's already driven home that she can beat Dana Brooke.
Yeah, but she needed a win.
It's literally Dana Brooke's first match in a year that I remember.
No, she had that match against Bayley and Sasha. Where she got broken?
Yeah.
On the apron?
Yeah.
Where you gave her credit?
Oh yeah, where she took the
that
bump, yeah.
Yeah, with the apron. She teamed up with the pirate or pilot or Troy, whatever she is.
Alicia, you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasha picked up a needed win to gain some credibility back.
She didn't pick up any credibility back. We already knew she beat Dana.
No, she beat Dana in a competitive 2-minute match. As Apollo and Titus, I think they argued at ringside before Apollo started checking on Dana. And the Titus Worldwide feud continues to brew up.
Yes.
Well,
It's getting hotter. No, it's not.
Seth Rollins came out and talked, led to an open challenge, and it was something by Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, I thought was easily match of the night. Those two were just given about 15 minutes, I would say.
22 minutes and 17
22,
seconds.
alright. So it felt shorter than it actually was, so I guess it blew by. But yeah, I thought for me, it was easily just letting those two go. No inhibitions, just hey, just go out there, have the best match, and they could easily deliver that.
Yeah, I thought it was the match of the week, actually.
Yeah, it might be.
It is. Well, you're allowed to give roll credit, but you make it.
I said it was a good match. I said it was a very good match.
It was a great back and forth match. Both guys delivered a molten hot Toronto crowd hop, and after that, Kevin Owens quit.
Yes. Which should be interesting to see how that continues. Could he be at all in tonight? Probably not, but who knows?
And that the Revival defeated the B team.
Yeah, Revival pick up a win over the B team. I guess it's going to lead to another championship match where the B team somehow escape with their titles again.
Well,
and then Revival will go back to not being used on Raw.
Yeah, the Revival's dominated the feud, and they seemingly made a case for a title shot, though I did think there was a title match. I thought it was a title match at first. So.
I did too.
Yeah, the match was okay.
Yeah, it was as good as you can get for about, 4 minutes?
Yeah. Not really much of a segment, just a little surprise for fans, and not much story-wise. Elias came out to perform. Trish showed up because they were in Toronto. Alexa and Tree came out. And a Pilot came out. They ran down Ronda, Trish, and Natalia.
Yeah.
And we got Natalia, and then they brought out Mickie James. They found her finally. And we got a tease of Trish versus Mickie, what could be, instead we're getting what they want.
Yes.
And we got Natalia, and Natalia defeated the Pilot with the sharpshooter.
Yeah, it was a nice touch for Natalia, especially after the passing of Jim Neidhart, to win in Canada with the sharpshooter. And I really did like the stuff with Elias and Trish. I thought that was highly entertaining stuff. Then it sort of just they breeze right by Ronda coming out.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're having her out there because they don't really know what to do with her next.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the promo Alexa cut on Trish and the three in the ring was good. But sort of just kind of made... But everything sort of got muddled in there somewhere. Like, I think there was just a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
And not a lot of it being clear or explainable. There were good parts, it was kind of held by kind of really shitty glue.
Trish and Elias segment was good. Alexa's segment was fine. The match happened. At least there was build for Hell in Cell and Evolution.
Yeah.
Or maybe not Hell in Cell, at least there's build for Evolution.
Yes.
No, Alexa's catching a rematch at Hell in Cell, so yeah, there was build for that. And then backstage, Trish, Ronda, and Natalia took a selfie with the Bellas.
Yes. Why? Who knows? They're girls. They like selfies. Yeah, it's looking for like a good sign for Evolution, doesn't it?
HBK is going to be on Raw next week to hype up Taker and Triple H.
Yeah. I don't think they really need to do much more work on that match. Triple H, I think, handled everything the build-up needed.
I'm around here with 15 minutes of HBK told them Raw.
That's a good point, yeah.
We get the Bellas versus the Riot Squad.
Yes.
Fine, I don't create
the Bells are back.
Together.
Yeah, they said that.
Except for on Tuesdays. Well, it's just one. Thank God. Because one's all you can take. There was something else announced too that I can't remember.
John Cena broke up with Nikki. Why are we still getting her on TV with bad segments?
I think I already said, why are we getting her on TNA? I prefer her with TNA. No. No, not with Impact. They don't deserve it.
We're like barely in the camera together there. There you go.
Up next, Bobby Lashley defeated the Ascension.
Yeah, in case you thought, the Ascension desperately needed that to just be run over by Bobby Lashley. And
They weren't run over. It was 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
they were run the fuck over by one man, Bobby Lashley.
You think they could use anybody else for that?
Yeah.
Wasn't
Kurt
tied
Hawkins,
up.
Zack Ryder.
Wasn't tied up that Lashley needed that.
No, he didn't actually.
To look dominant. What's that tell you?
That he would dominate the Ascension.
Yeah. That he.
I don't think he necessarily needed that.
Okay. Because he's been perfectly booked.
He has been perfectly booked, but
Commentary was trying to.
You already have shitty tag teams. Why are you just throwing them out there like that to get demolished by one man?
Commentary was trying to sell the Ascension, by the way, as killers. Yeah, just moving right along. Dean Ambrose defeated Jinder Mahal.
Yeah. Dean gets a singles match of his own.
For the second week in a row.
Yeah, for the second week in a row. It was okay. Dean gets the clean win.
It was a short enough of a match, and Jinder match make it work. Can we regulate him to like the NXT coconut loop, or whatever it is, the loop, the house show loop? Coconut floor, or whatever the name of this house, or Cocoa floor, not coconut. Can we just regulate him to like the developmental house shows?
Why not?
Well,
no, because some of those guys are actually entertaining.
no, I'm talking about the performance center only guys that do the house show loops.
Yeah, some of those guys are entertaining.
Can we regulate Jinder out the company?
Yes.
And in the main event, Roman and Braun defeated Drew and Dolph by DQ.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that counts as a DQ when your partner turns on the motor.
Yeah. I guess they really know what to put, so everyone was beating up Roman, so. Yeah, the match was good, but it was more or less about what happens at the end.
Yeah.
That'll stick with you farther. Essentially, Braun Strowman turns heel, which for some reason online I've been seeing a lot of problems with.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it. In reality, I think it's fine. Braun Strowman actually may have needed a heel turn more than Roman Reigns. Braun was going into that severely overlooked, almost cartoonish, strong, powerful baby face.
Yeah.
I think Braun sort of needs just a little bit more gruffness in his character that a heel turn could provide before the fans go the other way on him. So for that heel turn, I say that is actually completely needed, and not in any way like Becky's heel turn. Yeah, and then I am interested in this trio: Dolph, Drew, and Braun against the Shield.
Which is happening in Australia.
Yeah, that sounds very good to me. And then the newly formed trio beat down the 2 remaining members of the Shield to get some heat. So I actually like the ending.
Yeah, I like the ending. I thought the match was kind of boring just because I had a feeling what was coming.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, at least it led to something. Next week, the B team defends against the Revival. So there you go. That's one that was the third. The Dolls versus the Riot Squad. Hot damn. And Ace Mercedes interviews. What else happened on Raw? It was a pretty typical episode. Here you go.
Yeah.
A lot of filler for dribble stuff. A good angle.
With 1 or 2 moments, good moments in there.
A good angle at the end. A great match between Rollins and Owens.
Yeah.
They did some okay build for next week, though I'm not really interested in much for that's advertised for next week. But they did okay build for next week.
Dean was standing there, bookmarking commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like literally before Seth's
match with Owens.
match with Owens.
He
was talking to Dean, and then Seth walked away, and then Dean just stood there. They went to commercial break. He was still staring right there like this.
Yeah, they did okay build for next week.
I don't know why the cameraman decided to keep a camera on him. It was just really obvious that apparently Dean was just gonna have something walk right up into his lap.
Yeah, they did okay bill for next week, Evolution and Hell in Cell. But it's like they took 90 great minutes and stretched it into 3 long, boring hours. Well, I'm not sure there was 90 great minutes in the show, but I'm just saying they took a great 2-hour show. At times they take a great what the... You know what I'm trying to say. There was 90 minutes of good material in there somewhere.
Okay, so it would be like a 75% good 2-hour Raw.
Yes. Oh, that's not good then.
No.
Alright then.
This is awkward silence right now. Just dead air.
Well, I'm trying to go back. There we go.
We're back.
SmackDown Live review kicked off with the New Day celebration.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought their segment was very funny. Eventually, they're pretty much touting that they're the five-time tag team champions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's literally a reference to Q, King Booker. Yeah, the segment was very funny. Just between Booker's probably one of Booker's more comedic characters and the New Day. I thought that was highly entertaining.
Yeah, I thought it was silly but a fun way to kick off the show.
Yeah.
I was on to tag tour match the Bar, defeat the Good Brothers and the Colognes.
Okay, let's take a vote. Who have you thought that... who have you remembered, and be honest now, who have you remembered that Primo and Epico are still part of the roster? Okay, you're a liar.
No, I'm not. I play with Primo in the game sometimes.
Did you go, hey, Primo and Epico are on TV, I forgot they were there.
I marked out.
Okay. Yeah, it ended up being a normal triple threat. That was kind of obvious that only one team's going to win it. And unfortunately, you kind of have to say that about the club. The Bar wins. The match was just okay. Decent enough, I guess, to start off SmackDown.
Yeah, it started slow but picked up and worked into a pretty good match overall. I was surprised that they gave the Colognes a big return, though.
They didn't give them a big return.
A big grand entrance and all, and they didn't. Up next, Jeff Hardy challenged Randy Orton to a Hell in a Cell match at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I've been really enjoying Jeff and Randy's stuff. They just seem to go hard hitting, and I think it's sort of the stuff we expect out of the extreme Jeff Hardy, and just this new vicious, almost Viper-like Randy Orton. So I'm highly looking forward to that Hell in a Cell match. I'm also partially expecting Jeff to literally jump off the top of the Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I don't think he would do that. He's not that crazy.
He said in interviews before that he wanted to do that. That's his remaining goal left to jump off of.
Yeah, but he's a little bit injured, he said.
His definition of injured is so
bizarre,
different and bizarre than anybody else's.
Yeah, it was a solid segment between the two.
Yeah.
$7 match for the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Up next, Billie Kay defeated Naomi.
Yeah, Billie Kay picks up a win. I actually saw this on Twitter that it's her first singles win on the main roster.
I think it's her first singles win.
You might be right there, actually. No, she picked up a win because she had to put over Ember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes. So it may be her second singles win.
In 3 years? In 2 years.
Yeah, the match, for some reason Naomi and Billie just didn't click together. It just seemed off, but it was pretty short and not necessarily drag, but it was probably a low part of the show.
Yeah, it was short and quite bad from two experienced in-ring professionals that people deem the greatest of our time.
No.
For a woman.
No one has deemed them that.
Well, I do. Up next, Daniel Bryan defeat Andrade Cien Almas by DQ.
Andrade and Daniel Bryan in the same ring at the same time. Definitely good stuff. Hope for more stuff from them in the future. But Miz and Maurice ended up running on that parade. Just around the time when Bryan looked like he was about to get a win.
Yeah.
And it turned into much more of a Miz and Maurice versus Daniel Bryan and Brie segment. Still highly enjoying that. And I think Miz and Maurice, as a unit, probably did need a beatdown like this to continue the feud and make it a little bit more less one-sided, I guess.
Yeah.
So I all in all, I thought it was great stuff.
Yeah. Overall, the whole segment was great. I was glad they didn't have Andrade tap out for the second row, so yeah, that was good. Miz and Maurice did need that kind of beat down, and Maurice's French kiss looked nasty as hell on Brie.
On Brie.
Not Brie.
It's sort of an inside joke with us because it's a lot of times when Nikki was on the apron in a Brie match, it sounded like she chanted "Let's go bread."
After that was a... What's the name of it? Oh, no. Samoa Joe tells us he's going to Wendy's back to school barbecue next week.
Joe continually antagonizing AJ about Wendy, pretty much making things a lot more personal. However, all in all, AJ has said previously that Joe is one of his best friends in the business, and he probably should have invited him to his barbecue. I'm actually looking forward to a barbecue segment.
Yeah.
Next week, where Joe starts choking out AJ's random neighbors or something. that just seems funny to me for some reason.
Yeah. It was more great stuff between AJ and Samoa Joe. We're going to some sort of house or barbecue, I think, on location segment next week, I think.
And I just want to see Samoa Joe choke out AJ's random neighbors.
And the main event, Charlotte defeated Carmella to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Becky Lynch attacked her and challenged her to a match at home. So.
I should use this week's quote as, "He wants to be a women's champion, you bitch." But yeah, I thought Carmella, mainly because typically she's the weak's part of the matches, I thought she actually did very well this week.
I think Carmella is becoming the most improved wrestler of the year.
Look, they took the belt off of Carmella and look how he feels about her now.
She still sucks.
Anyway, I thought she actually did really well, and she actually tried a lot of big moves because I guess she feels like she's not going to get much of a chance afterwards, so it's sort of her last hurrah to do things.
Her career's dead. She'll be joining Big Cass.
Yeah, I thought her and Charlotte had a very good match, especially out of Carmella's repertoire. And then continues the Becky Lynch trying to be heel turn. I don't know what he's doing with my iPad
I accidentally thought we were almost done.
Yeah, there's two more. So yeah, all in all, I thought it was a very good close to SmackDown.
Yeah, it was a very good close to SmackDown. Becky's doing great work still. Carmella is putting in the effort as best as Carmella, as minimal as Carmella can.
She pulled out a suicide dive.
Oh, well, two.
No, I'm just saying that. Who thought Carmella could pull out a suicide dive?
I did, because she did it live at SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah, she did.
So, 2 suicide dives in 10 days.
Yes.
Look at that, prove it. But yet, she couldn't stand still for Asuka's hip attack. That was the... It was the last hurrah. It's the end.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully she feuds with Asuka to build Asuka
back up.
Oh, yeah. Or she goes to hell, one or the other, works for me.
Yes.
But overall, it was a decent match. But a closing segment is what you're going to remember from that. Up next, will be 205 Live and NXT. See you then.
See you then.